right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. We are on the eve of the Rocky Mountain Showdown, Colorado State versus Colorado. This is a home game. They're playing on their home turf since the first time in a very, very long time, since the 90s, actually, since the mid-90s, Colorado State. This game will be up there. So what's going to happen here? The Rocky Mountain Showdown. Everybody is waiting for this game. Now, running back coach Gary Harrell, he explained why Charlie Offerdahl is RB1. And we know from last game, Dallin Hayden, when he did get the ball, he had some meaningful carries. But leading into this game, Charlie Offerdahl is RB1. So we're going to talk about that. This is Coach Prime big game. A lot of hardcore Colorado fans that have been vlogging. I've been listening to their vlogs. They said this is a very important game for Coach Prime. In fact, every game is important. You know, every game is a must win. It's all about winning in this profession. You know, it's all about what have you done for me lately. So we're going to talk about that. The running game, CSU, can they stop Shedeur pass game? So we're going to get into this first. The running back coach said here that Charlie Offerdahl is RB1, and he explained why. And he said, let's see here. The running back coach said Charlie Offerdahl is his RB1. He always grades out highest. He's very dependable. He's able to run the football. He said he's able to run the football. He's able to catch out the backfield, and he's good at protection. Now, first of all, anybody can run the football, but are they going to be very effective? Who is the most effective in running the football? And we saw last game when Hayden did get his touches, he's very effective running the football. In fact, I can even go back to, let's see here for a second. Let's go back to the game. Let's go back to the actual Nebraska player stats. So we're going to look at Charlie Offerdahl. He's RB1, but he had 4 carries for 4 yards. Now, I'm going to argue that that's not enough carries for even Charlie Offerdahl to actually break something open or have a breakaway play or anything like that. 4 carries is not enough to be RB1. That's just not enough. We can look at what Arizona State is doing with Scatterboo. He gets a lot of carries, and some of those carries are not meaningful, but he's going to break one open, or he's going to have a really big play eventually. But he has enough touches to allow that to happen. Dallin Hayden, in that last game, he had 5 carries for 32 yards. So as you see, he was averaging 6.4 yards per carry to Charlie Offerdahl's 1 yard per carry. And number 3 is Isaiah Augustov, 2 yards, and he averaged 6 yards per carry. He averaged 3 yards per carry for a total of 6 yards. But the takeaway from this is neither one of them had enough reps to actually get going here. Just imagine for a second, it doesn't matter which running back, but just imagine if the premier running back got at least 25 touches. Out of that 25 touches, how many touches do you think they would have broke open a very meaningful play? So I think Colorado has to allow that to happen. But he said that he grades out, and I'm not going to argue with that. He may grade out the highest. But the fact of the matter is the stats don't lie here. But Colorado has had a tradition on not really using their running backs, actually. If you look at the game that they won, 26-31, it was a very close game. But if you go back to that game for a second, let's just go to Colorado here. Dallin Hayden had 9 touches. It was a little better than the second game for 20 yards. He averaged 2.2 yards a carry. Charlie Offerdahl, 5 He had 5 attempts for 15 yards, 3 yards a carry. Draylon Miller had 2 touches. So the touches, even though they were higher the first game, is not high enough. If you look at, North Dakota State running backs didn't really get that many touches either. But the fact Cam Miller had the most rushing yards, which is the quarterback, 16 carries for 81 yards. So you need some type of running game. If you look at last year, Colorado versus Utah, you go to the running game for a second. Savion Wilkerson had 7 carries. Anthony Hankerson 5 carries. So they really didn't use their running backs at that point. Dylan Edwards had 1 carry. You just picked the Washington State game. I'm just trying to see. There's no indication that they use their running back. Now this game here against Washington State, they did use Savion Wilkerson quite a bit. 13 carries for 49 yards. So that was a game where they did use their running back a lot there. And they lost that game 14-56. But, so, my thing is, okay, that's fine. Charlie Offerdahl is RB1, but hopefully they have more of a balanced attack. I know you hear a lot of people are talking about that. Reason why you hear people talking about that a lot, because that is fundamental football. But we're going to see in this game. I honestly think they can play the way they played the first game and still beat Colorado State. I think it'll be a lot closer, though. I think it'll be a lot closer game, and it'll come down to the defense. As long as the defense hold up, because Colorado defense has been holding up, that's going to be their strong point there. That their defense come out, and they said they want to come out early and hit hard early. That's going to be one of the takeaways from this game is Colorado defense. The offense will get something started eventually if they keep doing the same things. Then it'll come down to whether Colorado State, that's where I want to come next, can they stop Shedeur's pass game? What they're going to try to do is they're going to try to mimic basically what Nebraska did to effectively take Shedeur out the game. They're going to try the same thing. And they're going to try to keep this game close, and they're going to try to steal this game. That's what I honestly think here. If they have protection, if Shedeur has a little bit more than 3 seconds to throw the ball, it's going to be very hard for, in my opinion, for Colorado State to stop this pass game. But they're going to try to put Shedeur under duress. That's their game plan. And from there, it's going to be hard for them to score, I think, against Colorado's defense. If the defense, I feel like they're peaking and they're doing really well. Rob Livingston does a very good job in changing the game plan if he has to and making adjustments. So I think that's not going to be a problem for him for this game. So I think the major takeaway here is, can Colorado State keep Shedeur off the field and run the ball on their end effectively and try to score it when they can? But they're really going to have to try to stop Shedeur's run game and put pressure on them. That's exactly what they're going to do to try to keep this game close and try to edge it out. So those are some of the key takeaways here. And now I hear people say, I'll close with this. This is Coach Prime's big game here. A lot of the fans say he got to win this game going into conference play. I would argue, I would agree with that, but I would say every game is very important. But if they lose this game, does that mean the season is over? No, it doesn't mean the season is over. That means that there's going to be continued adjustments, but it will put some pressure on the team, though, to be down 1-2 going into conference play. But like I said, if they work out the kinks, and anything can happen. They do have a very dynamic offense, but it's the fact of the matter is you got to give Shedeur enough time. So we're just going to see, if that happens. And, I still think this game starts at 7:30, and it's going to be a very, very interesting game. It's going to be one of those watched games again. I honestly believe the ratings are going to be high for this because a lot of people want to see how Colorado's going to respond after their loss to Nebraska. And it's interesting because this game is a home game up at their stadium, Colorado State. That stadium's going to be sold out. The crowd's going to be hostile again. It's not going to be as many fans like that sea of red in Nebraska Stadium, but it's definitely going to make for an interesting game. We know that the Colorado players have already said some things already, and to make this thing personal again. It's going to be personal. It's going to be a must game. It's going to be a must-watch game tomorrow. It starts at 7:30 p.m. I can't wait for it. But drop your comments below. Let me know what you think are the key takeaways from the game on both ends. I would love to hear from you. Guys, I will see you next video. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys. But before you go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. If you have any video ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care.